Je to slyšet?
So in this video, I'm going to explain how the guns work, how the buy menu works. Personally, I don't know enough about the economy to let you know how it works. All I know is that it's 200 credits per kill. Very, very similar to CS, but I'm going to mainly focus on the weapons in this video right here. So, let's open up the buy menu, which looks like this, okay? So what's really, really neat is that...
Mám tam nechat ty titulky, nebo to mám vypnout? Mně to je jako jedno, já to jako zvládám, proto se ptám, tyjo. Jestli tady mám někoho bez nich. Ok, tak já je vypnu, když tak vám budu k tomu dávat koment, jo?
That you can buy while moving. So you can move around, this buy menu is always active. So that's super cool.
Mě to docela překvapilo, že tohle je jakoby feat, protože vy se v CSku vlastně nemůžete hýbat, když kupujete zbraně, že jo? Mě to fakt překvapilo, já jsem jakoby nevěděl, že tohle je jakoby nějak zajímavý, ale může se to třeba hodit, no. Že můžete prostě běžet někam na spot a pak do toho prostě jako rovnou
kupovat. Left hand side, it has let's buy, I have extra credits and let's save. So you could pretty much communicate to your team without a microphone saying like, hey, let's save this round. Let me buy you a weapon, or let's fully buy everything, right? If you hover over a weapon, it has right click, which is want, and that'll notify the team that you want to buy this weapon. Okay, but you can't afford it. On the left hand side here, it'll show a little emblem with the weapon and you can click buy. So you could buy it for your team from anywhere on the map during buy phase, right? So that's...
To jste určitě viděli, prostě na rozdíl od toho CSka tak nemusíte spamovat dropněmi AVO, nebo dropněmi prostě AKčko. Zase to moje AVO, co? A to musím začít říkat Vipo. A prostě stačí akorát napsat, tyjo, kupte mi tohle, a pokud na to někdo má prachy a uzná, že jako se tu zbraň zaslouží, tak on to prostě koupí, no. Velice rychlý to je.
Really, really neat because I don't know, it keeps it more engaging, more mobile. It's not like Counter-Strike where you're just standing still and everyone's buying and has to communicate in 15 seconds. The 40-second buy phase is fun, actually. You know, you're strategizing. You have more time to buy each other weapons, think about strategies. It's really, really cool. They have light shields and heavy shields. They both block 50% of damage. The heavy shield absorbs 50 damage, and the light shield absorbs 25. I don't like the inconsistency of two different armors. I would much rather have no armor and only heavy shield. That would be my personal preference, but in this current build, this is how it is. I don't know if any of that will change. Maybe it will. Who knows? The reason why I don't like there being two shields is because, let's use the Sheriff, for example. The Sheriff does 160 damage to the head. So that means if they are no shields, it'll one-shot to the head. If they're light shields, it'll one-shot to the head. But if they're heavy shield, it will not one-shot to the head. Now, of course, it depends on the distance as well.
Tak je to všem jasný? Je to docela masakr, co se tím zamyslíte. Prostě jednoduše, a jsou tady nějaké situace, kdy když máte ty heavy shieldy, tak vám prostě ty štíty sníží damage tím způsobem, že vám prostě tady nedá díl hlavu. Tohle to je docela... já souhlasím se Shroudem, že to je trochu divný, protože je takový nekonzistentní, že vy potom někomu dáte hlavu a on žije s 15 životama prostě, takže by to asi měli trochu Rioti opravit, nebo předělat. Ale zase je to prostě nějaká jako mechanika, která de facto znamená, že tyhle ty štíty jsou strašně důležitý. Že bych asi pak jako preferoval koupit tohleto, místo třeba nějaký lepší zbraň díky tomuhletomu, což je docela hustý, no. Teď jsem byl u XQCho a ten se kouká na dokumenty o zvířatech, ježiš. Kámo, ten týpek je totální mentál, ty vole. Ale tak jako... Furt je to lepší content než někteří jiný streameři, takže dobrý, no. Jdem dál, ty vole. To už jsem vám řekl, já to ještě řeknu. A to jsem vám říkal, a když se streamovalo 4. pod NDA, tak XQC nebyl na tom kempu, prostě z nějakého důvodu tam nebyl, a neměl content na streamování. Tak co udělal, tak je to, že vzal Summitův stream a restreamoval Summitův stream prostě. Easy content, jako. Docela dobrý způsob, jak jako vyřešit problémy. Já jsem měl 200 000 diváků a XQC 80, jako no, takže Taky cesta, no.
Because distances are a factor. Some weapons have a fall off. If you look on the right-hand side, the sheriff does 55 to the body, 160 to the head, 47 to the leg, from 0 to 30 meters. And then there's another bar under that, which is 50.
Záleží, jak jestli daleko, po to dává damage, no.
Meters. I don't like how much inconsistency is created between all the armors and not knowing how many bullets it will take to kill somebody, depending on what armor they have. You know, it creates a little bit more inconsistency, but you never know. That's subject to change, right? It very well could. Now, talking about the weapons. You get
já to jenom ještě jednou jakoby vysvětlím v rychlosti. Tam totiž nejde jako jenom o tu situaci, že vám tady šerif nebo deagle nedá hlavu. Tam jde o to, že vy jste třeba zvyklí, teď řeknu píčovinu, jo. Jste v CSku zvyklí, že když dáte AKčkem do těla 4 bulety, tak toho týpka zabijete. A teďko najednou, když bude mít ten týpek ty heavy shieldy, tak to najednou může být třeba 6 prostě, jo. Což jsou takový celkem, nebo spíš 5, jsou taky jakoby zvláštní situace, které by se asi úplně dít neměly, že jo. Já věřím tomu, že ty profíci, který hrajou CS, tak jsou schopni si spočítat prostě v ten moment, aha dobrý, tak dot a zabiju ho, a teďko najednou, když ho nezabije, tak je to fakt na hovno prostě, jo, ale to je asi jedno.
Statistics prostě on every single weapon when you hover over it, which is really important when it comes to learning. You could see the damage, you could see the alternative fire, which is your right click.
Skoro každá zbraň tak má tyhle ty detaily, kde tady vidíte jakoby primární fire, to je prostě levý tlačítko, alt fire taky pravý, to je ten druhý, to je ta druhá verze. A potom máte damage zóny, máte stejně jako v CSku, takže máte tělo, hlavu, nohy. Jsou v CSku nohy? Já jsem se na to ptal jednou, že jo? A jsou v CSku nohy tím způsobem, že se do nich dává jiný damage? Jsou tam. Ok, super, dobrý, děkuju. Takže tím pádem je to prostě rozdělený vlastně úplně stejně. A potom zároveň ještě vidíte nějaký prostě 2 zóny podle toho, jak se daleko od toho cíle. Jestli jste jakoby na blízko, nebo jestli jste dál prostě, no. Potom vidíte kapacitu zásobníku, kolik máte návajů zásobníku na jedno přebití, a potom penetrace zdí. A to je to, co se koukneme potom. Je low, medium a high.
You could see the fire rates, you could see if it's a semi-automatic, a shotgun, whatever, right? Okay, so this pistol, the classic pistol that you spawn with every round, is kind of pretty basic. Doesn't do a lot of damage. 26 body, 78 head, 22 legs, and that's as close as you can get. Magazine count of 12, and doesn't really penetrate walls. It has an alternative fire, which is a 3-round burst. Most guns have an alternative fire, which is a right click, and that right click will change what the gun does. So left click, pretty simple. Standard, right click. Close range burst, very useful, can do a lot of damage in one shot. The shorty, 200 credits, very cheap. Most effective close range, it doesn't have an alternative fire. So you want to use this if you're playing a really close angle, because it's not going to do very much from far away. As you can see, the spread is really huge. So, personally, I'm not a fan of this weapon unless my team is saving. So I can just hold a really tight angle and pray for one frag, and that's it.
Já se tam představit, že by si koupil tu zbraň prostě třeba v situaci. Jak říká Shroud, tak možná v situaci, kdy jdeme eko, já budu stát na jednom místě, budu se koukat do rohu a vezmu si tu krátkou brokovnici, která je vlastně pistole, že jo, a doufám, že s tím jako někoho zabiju prostě, jo. To je asi jako jediná taková situace. Ale jako zajímavá pistole rozhodně, no.
Frenzy has no alternative fire. It's a fully automatic pistol. It does a decent bit of damage, so it's very good on a save round. 13 bullets in a magazine, so you could kind of spray it like so.
Tak devítka tohleto.
It's very hard to control. Most effective close range, like most pistols are. Reminds me of the CZ in Counter-Strike. Ghost does 105 damage in the head.
Cože to říká CZ? Jako čezeta, že to je. Aha, sorry. Tak já jsem jakoby nějak nepochytil pořádný rozdíl mezi čezetou a mezi tak devítkou. Tak čezeta tím pádem, no. Prostě taková ta pistole, kde vysypete zásobní velmi rychle, jako no, takže celkem jakoby dobrý způsob, no. My jsme teda upřímně tohleto velmi často brali s Mazim. Asi jste už viděli spoustu těch našich záznamů, že my jsme chodili frenzy plus light sheety v tom prvním kole, protože vy začínáte první kolo s 800 a vycházelo to úplně krásně, jo. Samozřejmě těch variant, jako jak začínat, je daleko víc a můžete třeba koupit tady dígla a jet, jo. Tak není automatika. Aha, sorry, tak to jsem úplný čurák, omlouvám se. Tak to je v pořádku, jako no. Ale na to se zvyknete, já budu říkat spoustu píčovin během dnešního dne, jo, takže začni opravit, jo.
This gun reminds me of the USP suppressed in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Because of how silent it is. It's not very loud. The enemy team cannot really hear where it's coming from, right? When they're getting hit. It has pretty good range when compared to the other pistol. 105 to 30 meters. 88 damage to the head from 30 to 50. That's pretty effective. Now the big boy is the Sheriff. The Sheriff is like the Deagle in Counter-Strike. It'll one-shot, headshot most people unless they're too far away or if they have heavy armor, right? If they're too far away and they have heavy armor, it's not going to happen. That's what I was talking about, how I don't really like that mechanic, but, you know, it is what it is.
Prostě Deagle, no. Prostě Deagle.
It honestly works exactly like the Deagle in Counter-Strike. The faster you shoot it, the more inaccurate it is. Slower taps is definitely where it's at. It also has a very high wall penetration, so you can shoot through most walls. A good thing to note when it comes to shooting through walls, this game has really cool indicators.
To je přesně to jsem říkal, jo, s těma zdma.
If the wall has this sort of small hole and white, it kind of has like a white dust effect. You see how it kind of white puff of smoke? That means it's actually going through. So you can actually shoot through that wall, right? This is a perfect example. It's slightly going through. This indicates that it's going through. You know, it's got like these holes, right? Now, if you can't penetrate something, so let's swap to the classic pistol. If you can't penetrate something, it has those orange sparks. These orange sparks, and it looks more like a dent, right? A little dent in the wall. That actually means it is not going through the wall. So you can shoot this bench again. And that means it's going through. You see the white puff of smoke. You see the black little hole. It's going through.
Za mě naprosto úžasná věc teda, jo. Nevím, jak třeba vám tohleto přijde, ale já jsem doteďka nebyl schopný pořádně pochopit, jakým způsobem jakoby procházejí náboje z dma v CSku. A možná, že to prostě chce jako nějaký extenzivní learning, která je prostě která. Ale tohle je hodně zajímavý v tom, že vy sami prostě můžete vzít zbraně a stoupnout se do praxisu na mapu a prostě zkusit se prostě projít ty zdi, který prostě můžete prostřelit, což je super jakoby vidět tohleto. Mně se to hrozně líbí a já doufám, že tohleto jako bude jedna z těch věcí, která bude zase součástí nějakého toho learningu, protože určitě tohleto ligy nepropálej nebo spíš nezjistějí jako za jeden den, jo. Tohleto prostě je na dlouho a dlouho. Takže můžeme jít dál prostě, ale jako jinak opět úplně stejná věc jako v CSku. Snižuje ten průstřel ten damage? No já teda věřím tomu, že určitě ano. Jakoby nevěřím tomu, že by to procházelo s plnou damagí. Já bych si typnul, že by to mělo být třeba 50%, ale to asi nebude úplně konzistentní takhle no. Jak to je v CSku? CSkaři. Kolik to je? Jako AVO je jasný, nebo VIPO je jasný, jo? Když trefím někoho VIPem přesně, tak ho stejně zabiju, že jo? Ale když střelím třeba AKčkem, tak je to podle materiálu a podle hrubky skiny, jo. Takže prostě není to jednoduchý. Není to jednoduchý a prostě záleží. Jo, a teda dokonce ho nezabiješ ani tím VIPem, jo. Masakr. Cool. Děkuji. Tak to prostě tím pádem zjistíme, jako no.
These are the SMGs.
To ne, bude nějaký dneska plán na gameplay a no, uvidíme. Ve dvě si s Mazem zavoláme a dáme nějakou řeč ohledně toho. Dony Runo, Maty, Adikte, Lancere, Berne, Terremoto, Finere, Vartíku, Devile Angeli, Forči, Boinderay, Ali, čau všichni, vítám vás se subama, děkuju. Děkuju.
Shoots really, really fast, 18 rounds a second. Pretty crazy, very, very quick. It has a zoom, alternative fire, which does a 4-round burst. Kind of lowers the spread. It can't really shoot through walls, though. So this is how fast it shoots.
Tohle je prostě klasická automatika,
But
no.
if you right-click it, it's a little bit more controlled. So you can use it more
Děkuju za
at
host,
range.
děkuju.
Kind of cool. This is more of like a very light credit gun, you know? Maybe if you know the team doesn't have a lot of money. That being said, when we're talking about money here, you can actually press tab and you could see at the start of every round how much money the enemy team has. You can't see if they spend it or, you know, you can't see if you choose to spend it, but you could see that they have, you know, 3,000, 4,000, whatever, right? Let's go to the Spectre. Another SMG.
Tohle je taková P90, říkám to správně, doufám. No, prostě asi jakoby mě nenapadá taková lepší jiná variace, no. MP5 spíš, OK. Dobře.
Has a zoom mode with a slight spread reduction, but it slows the rate of fire. This is my go-to weapon when I'm low on money because it's still really, really good even against armored opponents. And it can shoot through walls, medium walls, the penetration. Pretty easy to control. You can always right-click, makes it more accurate. One thing to note, the difference between right-click and left-click. When you left-click, that's how the recoil control works. It does its own thing, but when you right-click, the crosshair actually goes exactly where the bullet's going. So it looks like this.
Prostě to jako by sám, ano. Je to zase úplně jiný, no.
It has like this cool little style, right? If you're somebody who prefers controlling recoil by putting your crosshair on the person, right-clicking most guns might be the way of playing for you. Crouching does decrease the recoil. Makes it easier to shoot. The shotguns are interesting in this game, so we have buck.
Je tady někdo, kdo v CSku reálně používal brokárny? Já jsem včera omylem jsem si koupil jednu brokárnu, nějakou XPM, to je snad něco takového. Říkám, bože můj, to zase dopadne strašně. A já jsem si během toho jednoho kola dal 4 kg, jo. Tak jsem říkal, kámo, to je fakt nějaký úplně jakoby zvláštní, protože přijde mi, že to evidentně teda funguje, ale chce to nějaký jako opravdu jiný typ gameplaye, než jakoby normálně byste měli, že jo. Občas na Infernu v houseu, OK. XMK to byla, no, právě, tak to mě právě jako zajímalo, no. Já jsem si vždycky jakoby říkal, že je vždycky lepší si koupit, nevím, tady nějaký light SMG, nebo něco takového, ale jako evidentně by to mohlo mít nějaký prostor v této hře. Ale teda zatím je pravda, že obě dvě ty mapy, které jsou dostupné ve Valorantu, jsou hodně open. Že tam není moc prostě prostoru, jakoby někam si stoupnout a někoho zabít, jo.
Which is a very, very good shotgun. It's a pump shotgun. Left click is pretty standard. Right click is an air burst, which extends the first shot, so you can use it at a better range. So it looks more like this. That's left click. That's right click. So it kind of lessens the spread. So if you need to do more of a precise shot, right click, left click. So you could do a much tighter spread when you right click the gun. So it's kind of like a versatile weapon. It only costs 900 credits. It's not that bad. The Judge. This is a fully automatic shotgun.
Automatická
The
brokovnice.
spread gets bigger the more you shoot, right? Personally, this is not really my style. I feel like I kind of suck with it, but I've seen some crazy clips from people playing this weekend and pulling off some crazy plays with this thing. So maybe I just got to give it more of a shot. You know?
Jako asi opět nejlepší zbraň jako na blízku, no.
The Bulldog.
Masakr, no.
Primary fire, fully automatic. Alternative fire, 3-round burst. 116 to the head, medium wall penetration. This is more of like your budget rifle. Still very effective. It won't one-shot to the head, it'll probably two-shot, but still, good. Looks like this. And then right click. I'm not very good with this weapon. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't have enough practice with it. But
je to FAMAS, no. Je to prostě jak FAMAS.
Really
Přesně tak, no.
Budget rifle.
Nebo Galil prostě, jakoby jak tomu chcete říkat, no. Jako, dokonce bych řekl, že to byla asi úplně snad jakoby nejčastější zbraň, co jsme jako in-game viděli, kromě těch dražších, protože nějak to vždycky jako ekonomicky vycházelo, jo? Že jste si koupili Spectre plus štíty třeba, jo? Že to vycházelo tak nějak, no. Od kolika jsou dropy? Od dvou, za chvilku začnou.
Aim, tap, gods. If you think your aim is insane, you...
Tohleto, já to jenom ještě zrovna skipnu. Tohleto je jedna z nejlepších zbraní, co jsem ve hře viděl. Ten Guardian. Jmenuje se to tak jako Guardian, že jo? A přiznám se, že jsem s tím velice často dával killy. Ale je to kurva hard prostě. Jakoby fakt je to taková ta zbraň, že pokud nedáte hlavu, tak to nedělá moc. No, prostě, co bych k tomu asi řekl jako víc, no.
The Guardian. Now this gun is for the aim, tap, gods. If you think your aim is insane, you get the Guardian, okay? This is a semi-automatic. One shot to the head at almost any distance, okay? 50 meters. There's no way you're going to shoot more than 50 meters, so it's a one tap to the head regardless, right? Crap ton of damage. What's tricky about it is if you shoot it too fast, it gets kind of hard to control. So it's more of like a single tap, hit your headshots.
Jako úplně úžasná zbraň prostě, no. Fakt jako naprosto.
This zooms it in a little bit. Makes it a little easier. The Phantom, this reminds me of the M4.
Phantom je prostě MK.
I use Counter-Strike as a reference because I've played it so much, and I'm sure most of you guys know that. So Counter-Strike, M4, pretty straightforward weapon. Suppressed, a little quieter. Right click slows it down, but it gives it more of a better recoil control. This is my favorite weapon in the game, personally. I love this thing. I don't know what it is. The rate of fire is perfect. The control of the recoil is pretty standard. You know, pretty straightforward. This is what it looks like when I'm not controlling recoil. So yeah, I love this. The spray patterns on this weapon reminds me so much of Counter-Strike. It's crazy. I love it. The Vandal. This Vandal reminds me of...
AK.
The AK in Counter-Strike. It can one-tap headshot most people unless they're wearing heavy shields. The alternative fire is the same as the Phantom. Shoots a little slower, but it increases or decreases your recoil, so it's easier to aim. This is a very good weapon to shoot in bursts. Using it fully automatic is very, very difficult. I like to burst or tap with this weapon personally. Je
to by the way teda úplně stejný, jak přesně říká Shroud, a upřímně teďka možná jako tady amplifikovala, že skutečně ty zbraně jsou fakt stejně jak v CSku. Tohle je prostě MK, tohle je prostě AKčko. Dokonce bych řekl, že i to kontrolování té zbraně je velmi podobný. Prostě ji tlačíte dolů, když se snažíte sprayovat, anebo prostě tapujete a snažíte se tapovat hlavu, logicky, že jo, prostě tak, jak to děláte v CSku, takže jako myslím si, že tohle budou dvě nejhranější zbraně a třeba Mazy, tak ten toho Vandala bral skoro do každého kola, já to zkoušel taky, tak jsem přecházel na toho Fantoma a ten Phantom mi teda přijde, že je takovej jako jednodušší, že se s ním jako daleko líp míří, no. Ale jakoby je to otázkou, no. Přijde vám, že je jednodušší mířit s M-kou nebo s AKčkem? Asi obecně s M-kou, ne? Má tolik nelítá, že jo, když to vezmeme. Jo, takže M-kou ale někdo zase tak jednoduchý tím pádem, protože to je asi o zkušenostech. No, tak prostě, jakoby dvě jiný zbraně, dva různý playstyly prostě, jo. Jako uvidíme, jak to dopadne, ale určitě si myslím, že to budou nejhranější zbraně tohleto. Prostě jakoby overall.
Weapon personally. The Marshall. Marshall is like a Marshal is like a scout in Counter-Strike. It doesn't one-shot in the body unless they don't have armor. If they don't have armor, it will one-shot in the body. It'll always one-shot in the head, no matter what, armor or not. It has a very, very, very good hip fire. So if you're just shooting with your crosshair, not with your
scope, just scout now.
It actually is very, very accurate and actually could shoot a lot faster. So if you want to get more shots in, it shoots pretty fast. And this is what it shoots like when you're scoped. Solid weapon for a good aimer. The operator.
Tak, a teď mě zajímá jedna věc. Jak funguje scoutka v CSku, když má protivník helmu a kevlar? Když máte scoutku a dáte někomu hlavu a nemá nic, tak ho zabijete. A když má helmu, tak ne? Jo, takže se to chová úplně stejně. Dobrý, takže se to chová úplně stejně jako v CSku. No, tak super. A pak je tady prostě samozřejmě operátor, to je prostě vypono.
This is your standard big boy sniper. It'll one shot the body. Definitely one shot the head. Straight chilling.
Prostě úplně má vypo.
2 zooms. Its wall penetration is insanely high, so you can shoot through just the thickest wall. Like this, easy. This is going through easy. You know, it's coming out the other end.
Má to úžasný zvuk, by the way, no.
Now, this is where the game is a little more interesting. They're trying to incorporate every gun being super, super useful. So this is the heavy class, and these are the LMGs. So this is the Ares. LMG.
Co to je LMG? To je Light Machine Gun. Co je na tomhle tom jako light, ty vole? Dobrý, no, to je jedno.
Actually
pojďme dál.
Increase in rate of fire over time the more you shoot them. And they have a very, very good multiplier when you're crouched. So they're way more accurate when you're crouched when compared to other weapons. So this is kind of what it looks like not controlling recoil, not crouched.
Tohle je masakr, by the way,
to pick up in the speed, right? You can also aim it like this. Shoots a little slower, but they're really, really trying to make these weapons useful, LMGs, because they have a lot of high magazine count. They do good damage. They shoot really fast, and their wall penetration is really high. So you can actually shoot through this wall.
Jako je to playable, by the way, no.
So that was me crouching. That modifier, when you're crouched, look at how much easier it is. I'm not going to control recoil. When compared to standing up. So these things are really, really good. Stationary, hold crouch, and hold mouse 1. Shoot through walls. You know? And then the Odin. This is a big freaking boy. Okay, this hits hard. This has high magazine count. Has a high wall penetration. This thing is scary if used correctly. This is what it looks like when you're standing. Really, really hard to control, but does a crazy amount of damage. This is what it looks like when you're crouched. You definitely want to be using it when you're crouched. You know what I mean? So you could just sit here, you know, somebody's on the other side of this wall, and you just go crazy. All of those bullets went through that wall with ease. But yeah, that's pretty much a run through of all the weapons. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is you have to actually buy these abilities right here. So the only ability you don't buy is your ultimate.
Yeah,
because you earn that through kills, through deaths, through plants and diffuses, and capture orbs. Those are the ways to get it. Your E, everybody has their E ability. You don't have to buy it. Your Q, you do have to buy. Depending on the class, or sorry, depending on the character that you play, the price will change, right? If you hold F1, my Q costs 200 credits. My C costs 100. So every character has different price to pay for their abilities. But what I think is really cool about this game is that your abilities are your utility. So they're essentially, when compared to Counter-Strike, they're your smokes and your flashes.
Přesně tak, no.
But when you die, you do not lose those abilities. So if you were planning on doing a crazy utility strat round 1 and you got obliterated and you didn't even get a chance to use your utility, you still get to keep those abilities for round 2, which creates, honestly, amazing gameplay for both casual and competitive, right? Competitive just means you have more abilities to strat with, even though you might not have used them, which is awesome. Casually, it means you're not getting punished when you die as hard. So even if you bought your abilities and you died and you didn't get to use them, sweet, you still get them next round. So casually, it creates a more fun experience. But yeah, overall, I mean, that's kind of like a brief breakdown of all the weapons.
Prostě strašně zjednodušeně, když si v CS koupíte smoke, dostanete hlavu a nepoužili jste ho, tak vám spadne. Tady vám všechny ty vaše ability zůstávají do dalších kol, takže vy díky tomu byste se měli dostat vždycky do situace, že ty ability prostě použijete. Jednoduše řečeno. Takže byste neměli se jakoby bát si kupovat ty utility, protože ty utility budete prostě používat během toho kola, což je strašně důležitý. A hrozně příjemný pro casual, jako jsem já.
For every single weapon. Like I said, I can't really give you a full breakdown of how the money works because I haven't had enough time to play with it and figure it all out. And stuff is always subject to change. They change stuff very, very quick in this game. The balance and everything just might not be there yet. So who knows? But this is how it is right now, and this is what I'm giving you. So hopefully this is helpful to anyone who's watching. Thank you guys.
No, tak přátelé, teďka mi řekněte, že tohle to nebylo nejlepší video, co jste kdy viděli prostě, jo. Jako, já jsem na to narazil úplnou náhodou a fakt jsem jako čuměl, prostě jak dokázal Shroud popsat, jo. Naprosto perfektně, detailně rozebraný prostě rozdíly mezi zbraněma v CSku, zbraněma tady, jak se dají použít, jak se nedají použít, jaký mají spray pattern, nemají úžasný, prostě fakt jsem jako hodně spokojený s tím zatím, no. Takže, asi tak, no. Já jsem rád, že takovéhle věci vznikají a hlavně jsem teda byl docela i překvapený z toho, že to Shroud udělal. Když jsem tady viděl komentáře, že VTF Shroud dělá prostě videa na YouTube, jako pro svoje YouTube followery, co se to jako děje, tak to asi znamená, že ho to jako baví prostě, jo, takže jakoby velice a je to příjemný vidět a já se na to těším, no. Jak jsem říkal, tak já se strašně těším na toho Fantoma, opět prostě jakoby fakt zbraň, která je taková nejjednodušší na použití, s největším damagem a největším vším prostě, jo, takže jakoby fakt super, jo, já mu to lajknu, to je možná dobrý nápad. Tak, a teďka moje otázka zní, má Shroud ještě dělal jedno video na agenty? Chcete ho vidět? Já už jsem to rozebíral u sebe, ale nedělal jsem to tak detailně, jo. Ok. Tak mělo by to být tohleto, Meet the Agents. Meet the Agents, jo. Času spousta, no, to je taky pravda, ty vole. Já půjdu zatím přečíst alerty. Ježíš, MG, Bedlo, Darkariosy, Envy, Gestapský chlebe, Cyprišku, Muro, Dony, Aruno, děkuji za suby, vítám vás všechny. Envy, kde bude drop? Ve dvě. Ve dvě, zatím probíráme a hypujeme se. Takže tohle jsou takové jakoby výukový věci, které by se vám mohly jako hrozně hodit. A já doufám, že to bude zajímavý, no. Ve dvě už hnedka hráš? Jo, ve dvě hrajeme s Mazim. Pokud teda samozřejmě Mazi nemá nějaký jiný plán, tak jsme zatím byli dohodnutý, že spolu budeme hrát ve dvě, no. Ok. Let's go.
Let's first do let's do it in the same order. Let's do Breach.
Nejméně oblíbený charakter ve hře.
A good example of how Breach can be used. We're going to start with his C ability, which is called Aftershock. It's the really, really high burst through the wall. So now this thing, if you pay attention to the mini-map, that's where you see where the blast is going to go.
Jo, takhle to
You see that
funguje,
little blue
aha.
square in the minimap top left?
Okay.
That's where it's going to go. So this is
Jo,
really
tak...
important because look how far away you can use it from. You could shoot this thing across the map, right? So if you wanted to, you could hit somebody that's in...
Jo, okliky taky víme, že má klíč. Taky s ním tak nějak počítáme.
Let's call it U-Haul. That's what people are saying. So you can hit them from all the way back here, right? Boom. And then it pops right here, and it's gonna hit anybody, right? And the same goes for the Q. So your Q is your flashbang. This flashbang, it has a little it's a lot harder to see because it's like a yellow circle in the minimap. So if you look top left of the minimap, you can also shoot this pretty far away, and it'll show where it's gonna hit.
Okay.
So if you have a teammate that's about to push, U-Haul, and they're ready to peek, you could pop flash for him on the other side. Honestly, I think he's also essential just because flashbangs are so important. They're such an important utility. Now, E is your ability that you have every 33 seconds. You don't have to purchase this ability. And now this, if you look at the top left minimap as well, that's how you want to aim all of your abilities because it'll help you guide where you're going to shoot a lot easier. If you're not familiar with the map, just look at the minimap, right? So you can charge this up and it gets longer. So that's max charge. So you can help your team if they're trying to push down short A right here. You can help your team by shooting it off to the right. And it's going to stun anybody in that line. So your team can go ahead and swing and knowing whatever you stunned is going to be stunned, right? And now for the ultimate, this is the big aftershock ability, or the big fault line.
To vlastně stejně, akorát to ještě dá ten daze, že jo?
If you look top left, you have that giant red indicator. So, for example, let's use A. If your team is about to explode on A, you could pop that, and boom. Now they work with that ultimate ability, and now everybody, there's no hiding from it. Everybody in that cone is going to get hit by the stun, the slow, and the screen disorient, right?
Okay.
It's huge. Very, very useful. Very good to initiate on any single location, and that's why he has the initiator role. Sage is essential.
Tyjo, tak to je masakr teda. Když teďko na to koukám, tak mě Breach přišel jako nejhorší charakter ze všech, vedle možná Jet, a tak to se ještě potom zamyslím. Protože jsem nebyl schopný pochopit, jak to funguje, a nebylo to schopný pochopit spousta lidí. Ale teda teďko mi přijde, že to je skoro essential. Protože vy vlastně máte damage přes zeď, máte flash přes zeď, máte daze přes zdi, a pak máte ultimátku, která je prostě airchok od Reinhardta, jako. To je úplně šílený tohleto. Wow. To jsem teda fakt zvědavý, no, protože tohle bych asi chtěl mít v každém týmu, kde budete chtít pushovat na skoro jakýkoliv plant, no.
I think she's always going to be useful for the team.
Stage je neuvěřitelná.
I think if you're not running her as part of your team comp, it might be a bad time. And I'll show you why when we jump in the game. Alright, so here we got Sage. If you hold F1, her abilities are Barrier Orb, which throws up a wall, Slow Orb, which is a slowing orb in a big like radius. Her E is her heal, which you can heal your teammates or yourself, and her ultimate is to res a teammate as long as you're within range, and they'll be, I think, full HP. So you don't hear anything, they're probably not up yet, but just in case you don't want to peek and lose your life, you'll throw a Slow Orb. Right? The reason why you throw a slow orb is if they're in this orb, you'll hear them, and they're not going to walk through it. So you're stalling time right now. Stalling time, you didn't hear anything.
Za prvý slyšíte, že procházejí tím, protože on jakoby praská ten led, za druhý jsou slowed, že jo? Jednoduše řečeno.
Maybe you get a little crazy, nothing. Okay, cool. Keep holding, keep holding. Wait a little bit longer. You have another slow orb because you have 2 charges. You could throw another one down. Boom. You're stalling some more. Let's say you want to get this control orb or capture orb. Throw a wall down. I kind of messed that one up, sorry. You could probably do it better like this. Well, there we go. My bad. And now you can pick this orb up. If they want to get past this, they're going to have to make a lot of noise by breaking it. So as you can see, it's slowly beginning to crack. But it takes quite a bit of time.
Trvá to strašně dlouho,
going. This is like a 30-second wall if they don't break it. Very, very good information. And very good to delay the enemy team. Let's say you're pushing up, okay. Slow orb there. Slow orb there. And now you want to block off this area. You can actually, you know, make sure it's all clear first, and then do something like this. And you can lift yourself up. And now you're in a pretty high position where you can get like some crazy angles on people. And you lift yourself up. You can also lift your team up. So long as they're under this, you can lift them up. Then she's got her E, which is left click.
No, já se teda přiznám, že já jsem totiž nevěděl během toho testu, že se dá boostnout sám sebe. A mně přijde, že když se na to pořádně koukám a když jsem viděl ty highlighty, že ta Sage je teda extrémně jak OP, ale jako úplně extrémně. Že to je prostě Mei a Mercy dohromady a to je strašně brutální teda. Ale samozřejmě uvidíme, jaká bude realita, jako no, protože jsem se tady, jestli tohle prostě má být jako, že to má takhle fungovat, ale asi to má takhle fungovat a uvidíme, jak dobrý to bude, no. Možná, že třeba mohlo trochu zkrátit tu zeď, protože ta fakticky jako je schopná zastavit skoro celou hru, protože i než to jako rozstřít, tak to trvá dlouho. Ale jak jsme se říkali, subject to change.
Right click self heal. It'll heal to full fairly quickly, so it's really, really important. And then her X is just a resurrect. You have to make sure their body's somewhat close. A good way of using this would be an example of your teammates aggressing right here. You're right behind them. Let's say your teammate goes down. Throw a wall up. And now resurrect them real quick. And now you get to resurrect them in a safe position. And you got a lot of information because your teammate was so aggressive that he was able to spot them. Maybe he got a kill. Maybe not. All that matters is there's enough information there, you know? So Sage is really, really simple, really straightforward. She's really based off of timings, and she can control the rotates, she could control pushes, and she could just wall off different sections to make it easier for your team, right? I think no matter what, you're gonna want a Sage on your team. If you feel like you're more of a support player, this is probably the character for you.
Support penta.
All right.
Já se osobně myslím, že Sage je prostě fakt strašně brutální, no. Že to je taková prostě jakoby věc, kterou uvidíte asi všude, jako no. A má nejlepší song teda. A bude dneska hrát rest, no pokud mu spadne klíč, tak jo, protože já jsem ho už dostal bohužel do té bety, no. A kolikrát jste jednej za hru použít ultimátku? Za hru? Jakoby za celý zápas? To záleží kolik máš killů a kolik sbíráš těch orbů, no. Řekněme, že od nějakých 2 do třeba 8, no. Jako hodně záleží. A potom třeba Phoenix, tak ten potřebuje na nabití té ultimátky akorát 6 tíků a Brimstone asi jich třeba 7, jo. Takže docela záleží. Určitě to prostě jakoby použiješ víckrát než jako jednou, no. Takhle jednoduše, no. Co ojebáváš, more? Sabové mají stejnou šanci jako followeri? No, já teda nevím jak vy, ty vole, ale moje diváci chápou, co to je sarkazmus. A pokud to nechápete vy, tak máte teda bohužel docela smutný život, jo. Ale myslím, že teda můžeme pokračovat, jo. Let's go.
We're gonna do Brimstone. So his C ability is a stim that increases your team's weapon damage if you step foot into it. So it looks like this. So you have that little thing on the screen, the little up arrows that's telling you that you're buffed. And that pretty much means you shoot faster. You shoot really fast, like it's kind of hard to control, you know? His Q, Molotov. This does a lot of damage. If they're inside that Molotov, it does a crap ton of damage, and it can be comboed very, very well with Sage's slow orb. So if Sage's slow orb goes down, and then Brimstone throws a Molotov on top of it, it's gonna kill them before they can even get out of it.
Kámo, to se děláte, to funguje? Takže vy můžete dát slow a molotov na to. Ty, tak to je hustý. Tak to je strašně hustý tím pádem. To jsem nevěděl třeba tohleto. To jsem nevěděl, že to funguje takhle divně teda tím pádem. Ok. Takže týpek si tady stoupne za roh a teďko najednou slow, molotov, GG. S bohem, kámo. Dáme další, ty vole.
That's much damage it does. So I would advise combo it with another character or use it to clear an angle without actually clearing the angle. And now the smoke grenades. This is why I think this character is really, really useful. His sky smoke. You hit your sky smoke button.
To jsou ty taktické smoky,
so now you want to hit one here, hit one in heaven, and hit one for the plant. And then you right click, and they drop. So now it's smoked, smoked, and smoked. And now your team can kind of run in and quickly plant right here, plant over here. It's a pretty wide radius. You could plant right here safely, and then everyone could peel back. Or maybe do it in between. Which I messed up, but... So you could do it that way, and you could kind of take this fight. Or you could go for a plant, and let's say everybody's funneling out of showers right here. You could go for a plant, put one here, and then put one right here. And that's what it looks like.
Mazec.
Now everything's smoked off. The only thing you have to worry about is your right-hand side, and then you could just, boom, drop it right here. And now you got an easy plant, right? So that's why he's really important. Brimstone's really important.
Já vůbec nechápu, jak je schopný Shroud vymyslet za jeden den hry prostě metu. Já to vůbec mě to třeba vůbec nenapadlo, že tohle to jakoby prostě může být taktika, jo? Že prostě dáte konkrétně sem dáte smoky a sem plantujete, ty vole. To je úplně neuvěřitelný. Já to fakt vůbec nechápu. Mně prostě přijde, kdyby to hrál třeba 2 roky tu hru teďko už, jo. To je fakt úplně šílený, no. Je to CSkař? No tak super, ale ne každý CSkař to vymyslí prostě, jo. Jako, rozumíš? Je to úplně jiná mapa, máš charaktery s abilitama a jako prostě jediný, co to je podle mě asi jako je schopný využít, tak jsou zkušenosti, který má, no. Ale to jako fakt je to teda strašně husí, no. Fakt jako čumím, no.
Important because you could successfully plant the spike for free, you know? You maybe have to deal with like 1 or 2 threats. His last ability is his ultimate. So let's say you do plant the spike right here. That's where the spike is.
To se dělo dost často, no, by the way.
And you're in a 1v1, and you know they have to defuse it. You could hide around here, and if you hear the defuse and you think they're on it, you could open up your orbital, really quickly blow it up. And then you could peek with it, get ready, get ready, get ready, and then just kind of verify where the person might be. Maybe they die to the orbital, whatever. What you could kind of combo is you can go, all right, we're going to hit this quickly. So we're going to do, let's do smoke, smoke, and smoke, right? So you do that, you drop the smokes, and now you use your ultimate ability, and you really quickly cut off the rotate like that.
Je takhle, že vlastně můžete zkusit
the ultimate's happening right there, and it's cutting off the rotate, right? But that's pretty much a breakdown of Brimstone. Nothing too crazy. Don't want to keep going with, more examples. I think we did enough examples of how everything could be used. So let's move on to another character. So now we're going to show you Omen. He's going to be pretty self-explanatory. He's one of my favorite characters simply because he's just cool, you know? Looks like my logo, you know, that's pretty dope too. That's a win-win right there.
A řeknu tady příklad, nebo spíš příběh, co se tady stalo. A on ten charakter, kde pak ho máme? Jsem nestihl vidět, v piku.
So let's move on to another character. So now we're going to show you...
Jo. A oni nám představili charaktery na tom bootcampu. Když tam ukazovali toho Omena, tak tam psal Shroud přímo, well, you probably should just name it Shroud. I give you permission. Takže od toho momentu se tomu říká Shroud. Takže tohle je Shroud charakter, prosím. A je to fucking insane. Je to fucking insane.
Omen. He's going to be pretty self-explanatory. He's one of my favorite characters simply because he's just cool, you know? Looks like my logo, you know, that's pretty dope too. That's a win-win right there. But let's explain him real quick. So his C is his teleport.
Shrouded step.
Pretty far. You can also teleport on top of objects, which is pretty useful.
Teleport,
One thing to mention about the teleport is that it leaves no trail. the only thing that it does is it makes a noise from the position that you are standing in when you teleport. Let's say you're over here taking a fight down this lane and somebody's right there, right? You can actually get to the other side and they would have no idea you went to the other side. They would hear the initial noise, but they wouldn't be sure where you teleported. You have 2 charges, so that's important to note.
Tuto animaci nevidějí. Tohle to jakoby je základní abilita.
Q ability is called paranoia, right? Paranoia looks like this. Now, if you look at the mini-map, you can see how far it goes. So that's showing you what it's connecting with, right? So you could be hiding. If you use it correctly, it could be absolutely devastating to the enemy team. Let's say they're pushing through this arch. Let's say there's 3 of them, and you're hiding behind this box. You're chilling. You're behind a box. It's okay. You use your paranoia ability.
Boom.
And now you peek with it. They're all going to be blind. They will not be able to see any distance at all. The max range that they probably could see is from like me to this box, okay? So if I hit my Q right here and peek into them, they're gonna have no idea what they're seeing. Now the E, this is called dark cover. So you use right click to make it go further, and E to bring it in, left click to shoot it. Now if you look at the mini map, you can see it moving, so you can do it from cover. So let's say you want to assist your team all the way at A, and let's say they're coming up short A. Look at how far I could throw this. Boom. I just threw that orb and blocked that area. And now there's a smoke, and they feel a little bit more safe.
Balanced.
The ultimate, when you press it, you can teleport anywhere on the map. You just left click. When you left click on the map, there's a 3-second window where your shade is standing still. If they shoot your shade, it'll cancel your ult and it'll waste it, right? So you normally want to do it in a location where you don't think they're at, but close enough to get into the fight as fast as possible. The reason for that is when you use your ultimate ability on any character, there's a voice line that is heard. So when you click this button, everybody on the enemy team will know that Omen is using his ultimate.
Prostě vědět, že se někam portí, no.
And that's the shadow I was talking about. It's like a little image of yourself sitting there, so they could see it and they could shoot you, right? You could throw a smoke in a standard location.
Jak Nocturno,
like so. Wait for it to land. Use your ultimate ability. And now you're inside the smoke and you're in cover. And now you can flank very quickly. And they might not know where you actually landed. So that's a really, really safe way to try to get into the fight. But anyway, those are just like some simple ways.
Já tam možná ještě doplním k té ultimáce. Já už jsem to řešil ve svém videu. S tím, že on, když se portí, tak za první je slyšet, za druhý zmizí vám minimapa, za třetí vidíte stín. Když animáci zastřelají ten stín do té doby, než on se jakoby emerge na tom místě, tak se vám ta ultimátka zruší. Takže je to cesta, jak to udělat. Samozřejmě ano, můžete počkat, než se tam doportí a pak ho třeba střelit, jo. To už je jakoby na vás, jak moc si věříte s tímhletím. Takže je to celkem jako dobrý způsob, jak se s tím dá pracovat. A těch možností je tam jako fakt spousta, jo. Zmizí minimapa, jo, on je jakoby černá a ty nevíš, kam se portí ten Omen, což je celkem jako příjemný vidět. Je to jako když prostě Reaper... Jak fungoval se ten Reaper v Overwatchi? Ten nic takového neměl, ne? Reaper měl akorát nakrátko port, což má Omen taky, že jo? A on měl jako ultimátku takový ten... No, víte, co myslím. Neměl? Daj, no. Jo, přes... Jo, ty 3 koláče. Pie, Deadly Flourish, děkuju, tak to je přesně ono, no. A tvůj tým, víš, že se portíš? Ano, slyšíš tu hlášku. Ono, každý z těch agentů tak má nějakou hlášku, ultimátní, jo, kterou prostě ty uslyšíš. Jako je třeba u Brimstonea, když dává ten Orbital Strike, tak to je něco, let's fire it up. A potom Phoenix má něco jako let's do this, nebo it's time to go a prostě podle toho do toho ty slyšíš ty ability a víš, co se děje, no.
Is to play this character. He's really cool. He's useful to the team in many ways, blinding the opponents, smoking for your team, and being able to flank. So here we're gonna do Cypher. Cypher is gonna be pretty quick, very easy to explain.
Rainbow Six
He's a very
Siege
useful character, and I'll show you why once we jump in this game. You take out your trap. Now you can use abilities so long as they're on your side early, right? So what you could do is you can put a trap here. You could put a trap here. And then you can leave your solo player, whoever wants to play this site, alone. And you can leave them. And you could go help A early, right? If you decide that you want to quickly jump through this wire, it's going to slow you down and reveal your position through the wall. So let's say I'm over here playing kind of safe, and somebody jumps through. I'll see them right through this wall, and I'll be able to peek and just kill them very easily, right? Now, another thing that's useful is his cage. The cage ability is good because you could throw it down like so. You could pop it, and now it's this giant wall. And if they jump through and they try to commit through this wall, it's going to really screw them up. What's cool about it is you can place the trap down like so. So the trap is there. Now all you have to do is look at it and hit F, and it detonates. So if you time it right, and you know that they're about to explode onto your site, you can let one person pass, pop it, take out the one person, and now the whole team is behind. Now they have to think to themselves, do we go through it and be really slow, or do we just let our teammate die? And then the third ability, which is also really good, is he can throw his own camera. Let's put the camera right here. Okay? So I don't even have to be peeking. I could just be hiding behind this box, just chilling, and I could just be on my camera, and I could be looking. You quickly jump on the camera, see if anybody's close. Nobody's close. Okay, maybe you go this side. You look. Oh, somebody's right there. You shoot them with a dart. Peek them. There's so many, like, cool ways to use this character very effectively. Every single one of his abilities is really useful. Now, his ultimate, if there's an enemy dead body next to you, you can throw your ultimate on top of it, and it acts into the enemy team, and it shows their position through the walls for 1 second, and on the map. This character is essential, and I think he will be used in every single game of Valorant. Unless he gets changed in some sort of way, but for now, he's absolutely incredible. The information that he can gather and the delay he can do to the enemy team is absurd.
Já bych tady jenom chtěl říct, že tohle je totiž přesně jedna z těch věcí, čím se vymezuje kompletně Valorant od CSK. A to je to, že jsou tady prostě charaktery, který mají fakt ability, který získávají ty informace jako velice zvláštní a jinou cestou, jo. Ať už je to ta kamera, ať už to jsou pak ty pasti, což je ta tripwire plus ta věc okolo, tak potom ještě ta ultimátka, která vám ukáže vlastně všechny enemáky na mapě na vteřinu. Je to zajímavý a je to prostě taková spojka, která z toho prostě najednou dělá něco jiného. Já se tam myslím, že ten Cypher bude hodně hranej a fakt jsem zvědavý, kdo ho jakoby breakne. No, já zvažuji, že bych ho možná teďko začal hrát víc, protože mi strašně vyhovuje ten typ gameplaye. Nicméně, jak tady někdo říkal, on je asi spíš jako vypař, než aby byl jako na close. A to asi není úplně něco jako pro mě s mým aimem, takže uvidíme, no. Chce nás nějaký hvězdy Twitche na hru? No, čekám zatím na info, no. Ještě uvidíme.
Your whole team wants to go B. So what you can do is you can set up your traps nice and early. You could put one here. So now if anybody rotates and tries to flank you, they're going to have to get hit by this trap. So now you know the only spot that they could flank you successfully is through this teleporter. And the other side of the teleporter is right here. Another way he's useful is, let's say they do go through the teleporter, the trap cage. You could just leave one right there. So let's say your whole team took the site, you hear the teleporter go off, you quickly turn around, detonate it. Now they can't flank you. They're not gonna go through that. There's no way.
Vidíte to na
They'll be too scared to go
animaci.
through it, and now you're good for however many seconds.
Daj se přeskočit, podle toho samozřejmě v jakém seš spotu. A samozřejmě jak jsou vysoko. A jsou vidět zblízka. Jako hodně zblízka, no.
Let's say your team has fully taken this site. You have control of B, cool. Jump on your camera, okay, nobody's flanking, cool. Get back in the game. Flanking? Nope, nobody's flanking, cool. The speed of which you could jump to your camera and jump back to your character is very, very fast, so the information that you gather is absolutely insane.
Kamera se dá zničit a může si případně vzít na zpátek,
ano. Dead body, use it, reveals the enemy team, so you can know if a reactor site is open or not. And that's why I think Cypher is absolutely essential for both attacking, defending on any single map. I'm going to talk about Jet in like a live map scenario. So we'll show you an example.
Tak, ta kamera má nějaký dosah? No tak jasně, je to kamera, vole. Jako ještě by neměla dosah, že jo. A prostě normálně si ji otevřeš a vidíš ten prostor, který je toho součástí, že jo. Ty ability si stačí koupit jednou a až po použití si je musíte kupovat. Takže pokud umřete, zůstávají vám. Wow, ty vole. Tony, Huňatej, Siby, Drnče, Jerry, Vido, Pencho, Morpheusy, Ashu, Dexter, Demiku, Sirene, Marty, Viplizy, MG, Bydlo, Darkariuse, děkuji za suby. Skinny, pokud mi nepadne klíč, tak tě on subnu. No, tak dobře no, kámo, ty vole. Stejně se ten sub neplatíš, ty vole. A už tě ho asi 20 měsíců někdo giftuje. Tak tady nebreč, vole. Víš, že molotovem se ta healující healuje? Jo, tuším, že to funguje, no. Že když hodíš molotov od Brimstonea, nebo od Sarge, teď se nejsem z těch, kdo ho má, myslím, jo, od Sarge, tak by to mělo fungovat, až když ho hodíš pod Phoenixe, tak on se vyléčí v tom, no.
Of how she can get to a position to get a frag a lot faster than the opponent, right? The opposing team is stuck right behind this barrier. So my goal is to get to this position and get a snipe faster than they could get there. So for example, go here, we run, and dash. So we just got set up before they did, right? Because we have that dash ability. So, to show her abilities in the flesh, her smoke ability is very challenging to use. Like I said, you can curve it in the air, like so.
Tohle je absurdita, no,
in order to hit a smoke in the air, it is very, very challenging. You could smoke, and then you could walk out. They don't last that long, but they last just long enough, and they're very, very fast to throw. So you can use them in combat situations very well. Another example is maybe you guys are trying to maybe your team's trying to explode out of the showers here, right? So you could do this. You could get close. Boom, boom, boom. And now you just walk through a giant smoke wall and it'll surprise the heck out of the other team. So that's different ways she could be useful, right? A good example is curves. If you want to curve it around the corner, you could kind of do that. Although it's very, very hard to do this.
Tohle je strašné, tohle je nemožný, skoro bych řekl.
Like right there was pretty good, right? When it comes to defending, she has this ability, which is her Q, right? We could be sitting up here, and we could, let's say we have a phantom, right? And somebody's on the other side of this truck. We could jump up and kind of surprise them, right? Now, her knives, her ultimate, she gets it fairly quickly. She only needs 6 charges to get her ultimate ability. Now, if you hit somebody in the head with a knife, it'll one-shot them, and it'll refresh your charges on your knife. Let's say, for example, you're up in heaven, and you're defending, and they have full control, and there's a smoke there, a smoke there, and a smoke there. You can hit your Q, dash, and stab wherever they are, right? It could make for a really, really quick, fast play with very, very low sound, so nobody would really expect it, you know? You could also hover. So you got to be really precise with these knives. But if you are precise, it will really pay off. And you can really make a crazy play in the round.
Vypadá to úžasně, nicméně realita je taková, že toto neuděláte se zbraní. Takže funguje to jenom tím způsobem, že vy máte aktivní ultimátku a máte aktivní zbytek abilit. Je to, jak to říct, je to jakoby strašně dobrý samozřejmě, ale ten charakter je hodně postavený okolo toho, že prostě budete mít funkční tu ultimátku. Což prostě uvidíme, jestli bude dobrý nebo nebude dobrý. Když v tom případě Jet je jakoby skvělá, no. Je to prostě jakoby krásný charakter na hraní, ale uvidíme, jak bude dobrý potom. Uhasí smoke molotov? Nevím. Nemám tušení. Nemám tušení. Jak to bylo možný s tou kamerou? Počkej, ještě jednou. Jo, jestli se dá přepínat do kamery, i když jí má na druhé straně mapy? No jasně, od toho tam ta kamera je, že jo. Ty prostě díky tomu právě jakoby hlídáš tu jednu a ten prostě, ten je
playmaker, she could change the course of a round in an instant because of how quick she is, right? So if you feel like
ta kamera vám zůstává pořád kvůli tomu, že vy ji máte na Ečku. Takže vy ji nemusíte nutně sbírat na zpátek, vy prostě ji máte automaticky každý kolo.
That's kind of your playstyle. Jet might just be for you. All right, here we go. We're going to show another character. We're going to show Phoenix. Phoenix is very, very straightforward. I wouldn't say he's too difficult to master.
Zabiják, no.
You very well could mess up your team, but if you do, it won't be too impactful. So he uses Flame Wall, which is called Blaze. Flame Wall could be used to deter the team from pushing, or it could be used to make a sneaky play and, you know, cut across a corner. An example would be like this. Now it's deterring the team, but at the same time, I kind of snuck myself into another corner without them visibly seeing. Nobody's going to want to jump through the flame wall because it's going to do damage, and whoever's on the defending end is going to be at the advantage. It can even be comboed where you could throw the flame wall, and then you can throw a flash around the corner and then run through it yourself. And the reason why you can do that individually is because the fire does not hurt you. The fire actually heals you. Flashbang could also be useful for your team if you're about to swing around this corner and everyone's trying to make like an aggressive play. Throw the flash, everybody peeks together. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, okay? How his E ability is useful is for clearing corners. Just throw that down. Now, they're either going to die, or they're going to run around the corner into your crosshair, and then you're just going to shoot him in the head. Easy peasy. For his last ability, which is his ultimate, you could very well waste it if you use it too early. But let's say you want to make an aggressive play through this area. You use it right here. You go crazy, whatever. If you die, it's not a big deal. It's just going to teleport you back to where you started. Like so. I would say Phoenix is more on the easier end to play. So if you're a new player trying to have some fun, learn the game mechanics, Phoenix might be your choice.
Phoenix je určitě jako nejjednodušší na pochopení těch abilit, protože vy tam nepotřebujete vymýšlet nějaký placementy kamera, placementy trap a tak dále, nebo smoků. Vy prostě jako jenom běžíte a dáváte killy. Podle mě bude Phoenix jakoby nejpoužívanější charakter jako vůbec prostě v celém tom rosteru. Ale samozřejmě uvidíme, jestli se něco nemůže změnit, no, tyjo. Ale že klidně tam nahoď. Děkuju. Může to být zajímavý, no. Klidně tam nahoď. Tak,
here we're going to be talking about Sova. So we'll start off by showing how the drone is useful. So for example, let's say you have a teammate that's trying to get aggressive through these arches. You know, they don't want to do it without information, right? So you could sit here, your teammate could be in front of you, covering you. You use your drone, and you go spot it out for them. If you see somebody, make sure you shoot bolt at them, because if you shoot this bolt, it's gonna really help your teammate, because it's gonna show their position through the wall. You'll see their little outline. The Q ability, which is the shock, it's a burst ability. The closer the enemy is to the center of the ability, the more damage it will do. So let me show you what it looks like.
Tak.
So you see how it has that radius for a second?
Tak vám vysvětlím, proč jsem byl tak strašně špatný s tím sobou. A je to kvůli tomu, že já jsem si myslel, že to Qčko je single target a ona je to AOE abilita. Takže to je takovej granát, ale který natahujete a pak někam hodíte prostě, jo. Což je strašlivě zajímavý. A najednou to dává jako úplně jiný smysl, protože vy to třeba můžete hodit tady za ty dveře a dát tam třeba double prostě, jo, díky tomu. Nebo třeba minimálně zranit, no. Já tady odpovím, ale ještě prosím tě, ten odpovím jako teďko slovně, jo. Já nemám žádný fixní rate a můžeš to třeba spočítat podle mých jako prostě čísel, jestli máš, takže záleží prostě jaká je ta nabídka. Neřeknu ti teďko aktuálně asi jakoby nic fixního, co bych měl. Vždycky to všechno řeším ad hoc.
The closer they are to the center, the more damage it does. I don't know the exact damage value, but I know two shock darts can definitely kill players. I had a couple games where I've actually killed 2 people with one shock dart. Another thing you could do with the shock bolt is you can bounce it. So if you see under the charge ability, it says bounces 1, 2. If you right click, it adds bounces. This recon bolt works the exact same, but instead of doing damage, it pulsates.
Byla to je otázka, jestli se dá ten dron použít dvakrát. Ne. Jak tady vidíte dole, ty čárečky, tak to je maximální počet použití té ability. 1, 2, 1, 1. Jo. Samozřejmě jsou nějaký Ečka, které se dobíjejí, tak tam to třeba lze. Třeba u toho stavy se vám to Ečko dobíjí docela často. Ale jinak je to prostě u těch abilit koupený na ten počet použití.
Looks like this. It has a radius. Now how this works is if they get caught by the radius, it'll show them through the wall and it'll have an outline. The counter to this bolt is, if you're hiding behind a wall, it won't reveal you. What you want to do is shoot it right away. So if you see somebody shoot it like this, you can actually shoot the bolt before it pulses once.
Yep.
So no information will be gathered besides, oh, somebody shot my bolt. A lot of people I saw on Twitter were really worried about this ability because it gives you, essentially wall hacks. It's not as strong as people think. They have to be within view of the bolt, and even if they are within view of the bolt, all you have to do is shoot.
Ten bolt tak udělá to, že on spadne na zem a on pulzuje a ukáže vám prostor, ukáže vám samozřejmě prostě ten prostor, že jo, který tam je. A tam jde o to, že on pulzuje 3krát a vy tam můžete zastřelit ten bolt ještě předtím, než dopadne a než to zapulzuje. Takže tím pádem vám to neudělá, nebo vlastně neukáže žádnej, no prostě vám to neukáže nic, no.
It's really noisy. Anyone in that site will be able to just turn around and shoot it and stop it from happening. So that's why it's kind of a balanced ability, right? And now the last ability he has is an ultimate that he can shoot through the map. When you hit it, pay attention to the mini-map top left here. You'll have a little arrow going through the map, and that's where you know it's going to land. So let's say you're sitting here on B, and your team is getting attacked from A. You can assist them by having this crazy skill shot, which is actually really hard to hit, but it hits for about 80 damage, so you can two-shot people. It's either 80 or 70, I'm not really sure. That's what it looks like.
To řve I'm the Hunter. A je to děsivá abilita.
The second you hit them with one of those shots, it'll reveal them through the wall. So that's how you can use his ability very effectively to assist your team even when you're not there. A lot of characters work in that way, where they have supportive abilities that you can use across the map. So that's why communication in this game is very key to assist your teammates the best way possible. All right, here we go. Last character.
Ta abilita je strašně zvláštní. Jak už jsem o tom mluvil několikrát, také ultimátka u toho Hanza, Sovy, tak je prostě jako divná. My jsme taky očekávali, že to můžete použít jako prostě kill, ale realita je taková, že vy to prostě uděláte spíš na to, abyste vyhodili ty lidi, jako z toho místa, jo. Což prostě je zvláštní, ale skutečně to tak jako je, jo, takže tak mi dává. Vipře.
Last character. My voice is dying. Viper is one of the most skillful character I think I've played. And the reason why she's very skillful is because a lot of your abilities will hurt your team if not used correctly. Her first ability is Snake Bite, which is pretty much just a pool of acid. Her second ability is Q. It's a poison cloud. It looks like any other smoke grenade in the game, but it does poison damage. Her E is a toxic screen. Now, toxic screen is, you could shoot this across the whole map, and I'll show you what it looks like when you hit E. You see on the top of the map where it's showing that blue line? So you can shoot it over rooftops. Okay. So technically, you can assist your team at the other site by throwing it over. And her fourth ability is Viper's Pit. This is a giant cloud that you can control yourself. So long as you're inside the cloud stays up. If you leave the cloud, after a certain amount of time, the cloud will go away. All the abilities that Viper has does poison damage. Now, poison damage is a little different from fire damage. Fire damage is direct. It'll just hit you for flat damage. What poison damage does, the longer you sit in it, the more HP you lose. Your HP can go all the way down to 1 HP, but it cannot kill you. If you exit the cloud of gas, your HP will regen back to what it was. If you use it when your team is aggressing and you don't communicate it accordingly, they might be sitting in your gas and go all the way down to 1 HP, and somebody shoots one stray bullet, and that's it. They're done, right? Another thing to note is that Viper does not take damage herself when she's in her abilities. As you see, there's the bar going up in the middle, and that's her toxic bar. Yep. So her Q and E are shared with that bar. So as long as they're activated, that bar is going to go down. When you turn them off, the bar is going to go up. It charges just normally, right? Let's say you think somebody's on the other side of this wall in this cubby. Boom. You shoot that. It'll do a lot of damage. They cannot sit in that. They will die. So it's a good way to kill your corners. Now, her Q ability is something that you have to actually trigger yourself, right? So let's say you want to put it down right here. You hit Q. Boom. The gas is up. If they walk through it, they're going to slowly take damage. So they probably won't. Now, it stays up for as long as you want, or until the bar hits 0. And now it's done. And now you can't use it for...
Já tam možná nevysvětlím ještě v češtině, jo. De facto to funguje tak, že ty ability, která používá Viper na Qčku a Ečku, tak sharejou ten toxin, který máte uprostřed. Prostě pokud nemáte toxin, tak je nemůžete použít. A když je nepoužíváte, tak se to zase načerpá na zpátek, prostě jednoduše řečeno. Jo, v tomhle tam jakoby stylu.
As you see when I press Q, there's a bar. I press Q again, there's a bar. So I can't use it yet. Still can't use it. I still can't use it. And now I can use it again. So it's to prevent like people constantly turning it on, off. Her E ability is the really, really neat ability because you could create some crazy plays. So you hit E, and you could shoot this across the walls. So let's say you want to, at the start of the round, you want to separate this whole place and work a crazy push. So you go like this, boom, you shoot it, it looks like so. Now everything's set up. So you shot that right away, pop the wall, get ahead of it, and now you're totally behind the wall, and the enemy team could be right on the other side, and they have no idea.
Nah, the light
is behind this wall right now, right? The gas goes down,
boom,
and now you start firing. Everybody's right there. One thing to note is once you use this ability, in a round, you cannot pick it back up. It's there the whole round. Unlike her Q, which you can actually pick up. You can pick up her Qs. That one's fine. You just can't pick up these. And now lastly, for her ultimate Viper's Pit. This is the one that's really, really tricky. Because the radius of the ability is very... it's very hard to perfect, I guess is the best way of putting it. And this is why. So let's say you have control of the site and you have the spike down and you planted it. Let's say you put the ability right here. Now the gas starts to form. This is the radius. So now your team, if they're inside this site trying to protect it, they are actually losing HP. So they probably want to play outside of it. But you yourself would not want to play outside of the ability, because if you stay outside of this zone, the smoke integrity goes down. If the bar hits 0...
Vy prostě musíte se držet u toho a jinak vám celá ta ultimátka spadne, což de facto znamená, že tak nějak si můžou protivníci říct, aha, tak ten týpek bude někde okolo toho nebo uvnitř, protože jakmile to celý spadne, tak vám spadne celý ten smoke screen a jste v hajzlu, že jo? Spadne vám cover potom.
The smoke goes away. So long as Viper's inside that ability, it will not go down. It'll stay there.
Jinak je tam nekonečně dlouho.
Another thing to note about this ability is that Viper does not take damage, and if an enemy gets close enough to you, even though you don't see them, there will be a red outline. So you could play around these really, really tight corners, and to them, they have no idea where they're running. They can't see anything, but you as Viper, you have a little bit more range to work with.
Vy prostě vidíte je dřív, než oni vidí vás, no.
Before they even see you, you're gonna see them first. So you have that advantage. This character and this ultimate can make some crazy clutch plays in like a 1v3, 1v2. So I would say this is more of like, you know, once you've gotten familiar with all the other characters, maybe try this one later, you know, because you don't want to hurt your team. Anyway, that's Viper.
That's Viper. Takže dámy a pánové, to byly Shroudové videa okolo Valorantu. Naprosto úžasný, dle mého názoru. Naprosto krásně popsaný jako charaktery, krásně popsaný zbraně a fakt se na to těším, no. Je strašně vidět to, že pokud jste měli nebo máte už nějaký základ v těch FPS hrách, tak byste asi měli být připravený, protože sami vidíte, že lidi to zvládají, jsou to lidi, co to nezvládají, jako třeba já, že jo? A uvidíme, jaký to bude, no. Budu se strašně těšit na ten launch, tyjo. Lagej zajebané failere, kukuřice, Jatu, Raideriku, Gandalfe, Matthew a J-Pope, čus. Tak, Nerex, jaký máš názor na to, že ESO dal 2 viny na EU Masters? No tak nehraju asi špatně, že jo? A nebo ostatní hrajou ještě hůř. A Ashu, teďka vím, že budu hrát snajperku, vypadá cool, a ze snajperkou hraju vlastně od mých 6, kdy jsem se poprvé podíval do 1.6 CSK. Takže 15letý sniper přes všechny možné hry, co to umožňovali. No, tak to hodně zdaru, kámo. Já si myslím, že pokud tady někdo z vás hrajete s VIPem jako dlouho, tak to máte asi celkem jasný, no, ty vole. To bude show. Za chvilku začínáme, ty vole.